Welcome to Economics Diagrams. We're in the middle of a series looking at the break-even analysis. We've done a previous video about the break-even analysis equation, and I'll put a link to that in the description. Today we're going to look at the break-even analysis graph using the same example. This is the example that we used. It was a very simple one where I sell candles at a market stall where I rent the stall for $100. The candles cost me $5 to make and I sell them for $10. Using the break-even equation, I was able to see that that meant I needed to sell 20 candles in order to break even. You can go and watch the video about that if you want to know more about that. But today I'm going to look at how can we show this as a graph. So if I was going to do it as a table, I'd always want to start with 0 products. And we'll see in the graph that we're going to start with if I sold no products, what would happen? Because I know from the equation that 20 needs to appear in there, if this said 0, 1, 2, 3, I wouldn't reach my breakpoint. If my product said 0, 50, 100, 150, then 20 is going to be very, very low in that number and it's not going to look as good. And mostly for aesthetics, I'd like 20 to appear more towards the middle of that graph. So just to space things out evenly, I'll put 0, 10, 20, and 30. The fixed costs in the question were $100. That was renting the market stall. And because it doesn't matter how many products I sell, those fixed costs are always going to be equal to 100. The variable cost is the cost of making the candles. So if I don't sell any candles, oh, here we go. Start again. I'll go back here. So 3, 2, 1. The variable cost is the cost of making the candles. And so that's going to be how many products I sell times how much each one of them costs me to make, which is in this case, it cost me $5 to make each candle. So if I didn't sell any products, then there would be no cost to the products that I sold. So the variable cost will be 0. And then I get a total cost, which is the fixed cost plus a variable cost. And so the fixed cost of 100 plus a variable cost of 0 gives me a total cost of 100. The revenue is how many products do I sell multiplied by the price that I sell them at. And I'm selling these things at $10 each. But if I don't sell any, I don't make any revenue. And that leaves us with our final column, which is our profit, or in this case, it's going to be a loss. The profit is the revenue minus the total cost. Because our revenue was 0, we subtract the total cost of 100. The business is making a loss when it doesn't sell any products of $100. As I go through the variable costs, it's $5 per product. So 5 lots of 10 is 50, and I can continue to put those numbers through. The total cost then for if I sold 10 products is the fixed cost of 100 plus the variable cost of 50 is 150, and I could add those numbers up along there. And the revenue is $10 for every candle. So if I sold 10 candles, I'm going to get $100. 20 candles would be 200. Then I can work out the profit and loss. So at 10 candles, my revenue is 100, but my total costs are 150. So I lose $50. At 20 candles, I get $200 of revenue and $200 of total cost. And so I make 0 profit, and that is my break-even point. And in the equation, we saw that 20 was the point at which we broke even. I can place these numbers onto a graph like this, which is going to be our break-even analysis. I'm going to put the numbers on there that correspond with the numbers I'm looking at. I want to make sure I've got 20 at around the middle of how many products I've got. And the biggest number I get to is 300. So I just want to make sure I've got that number covered up on the vertical axis. So I'm going to start with fixed costs, and remember, it doesn't matter how many products I sell, my cost of renting the stall is 100, and so my fixed costs will always look like a horizontal line because they are fixed. Doesn't matter how many products I sell, fixed costs are going to be the same. My variable cost, if I sell no product, starts at 0, and then it's going to go up like this. So at 0, I'm going to have 0 products, it's going to be 0 cost. At 20 products, because they're $5 each, it's going to be 20 lots of 5, so that's going to be at 100. And I can plot those lines along there, and I'm going to get a variable cost line that looks like this. The next line is the total cost line. which is adding the fixed cost plus the variable cost. Because I add them together, I'm really just adding these two lines together, and that's going to look like a line that starts at 100 and is parallel to the yellow line. So it's going to be the variable cost line moved up by the $100 in fixed costs, and so the green line is going to be my total cost line. And that leads us now to our revenue line. Again, if I don't sell any products, I don't make any revenue. So I'm going to start at the axis, and then for every 10 products, revenue is going to equal $100. And so my revenue curve will look like this, or my revenue line will look like this. So that is what a break-even analysis diagram looks like. It's got the fixed cost, variable cost, total cost, and the revenue. This here is my break-even point. My break-even point is where my revenue and my total costs are equal to each other. You can see up until that point, the green line is above the orange line. That means that I'm making more, I've got more costs than I do revenue. So that means I'm making a loss. When I hit that point, the lines cross over, and now revenue is greater than total costs. And so when I move beyond 20 products, I start to make a profit. We'll look at that in more detail in our next video about reading a break-even analysis graph. I'm going to get this break-even point there, and I can see that that's at 20 products, which is what the equation told us. And the equation and the graph should be telling us the same thing. If you'd like to know any more information about this, or if there's another topic you'd like me to make a video about, please let me know in the comments.